because of lack of revision, you got the answer wrong. So therefore, that is going to pinch, irrespective of what is the result, that is going to pinch the most. And focus more on revision and read as much as possible. Go for confidence first, only attempt the reading comprehensions. Get confidence. Always remember, a person is most dangerous when she has nothing to lose. He has nothing to lose, right? So therefore, forget about the name in the list. Focus on getting that question correct.
Hello aspirants, I welcome you to the special session on UPSC Prelims 2024. Now just 30 days are left. So we have to utilize these 30 days most effectively, and to help us to do that, we have an esteemed faculty of Vision IS with us, Himanshu Khatri sir. I welcome you sir.
Thank you, thanks a lot.
Sir, students are in panic mode these days. Only 30 days are left. They might be coming to you for various challenges that they are facing. Can you illustrate those challenges to us?
Well, not panic. They're like huge panic, right? And multiple issues are there, right? For example, how to revise such a huge amount of syllabus in such a short amount of time. We are not getting good marks in the mocks. That is, crushing our confidence. Exam anxiety is there. I feel that the things which I had thought that I've remembered very, very well, they are not coming into my mind, directly. So therefore, they're like total panic mode is there. So these are the different issues with respect to revision, with respect to giving mock test, with respect to CSAT, right? So yeah, these are the challenges.
So sir, how should students deal with these types of challenges?
Well, see, the first point is, confidence is the most important thing. And I feel the key to confidence in such an exam, because the stakes are very high, right? A lot of family emotions are also there. I think the key to confidence is to give up on the result, right? And somehow just focus that I have to do my karma, right? I have given my 2 years to this exam or 4 years to this exam, and I just have to get my due. And due is not in the form of that I need to get my name in the list. Due is that whatever subjects that I have put my hard work in, I just need to take up those questions head on, and that's it. And whatever be the result, let it be. So I feel that is the key, because competition is very high. So fakely saying that I'm very confident and I'll become success, I don't know whether that works, because the chances of success are very less. So become the person, who is most dangerous when that person does not have anything to lose. So therefore, don't just think about the result, get it out of the picture. That would be the first point. And second key to confidence is skill set. If I know that I have worked hard on a particular subject, then automatically that gives me confidence. So focus on those areas in the last moments, which are your strength areas, because it is the strength areas which will give you confidence. Imagine if my art and culture is bad. In the last 30 days, I focus on the art and culture. Each and every minute will be telling me that I'm a bad student, that I'm a bad student, that I'm a bad student. And that panic will become like total chaos. So therefore, I would say focus on strength areas, right? Even if you are giving mock tests, right, then give those mock tests from the PYQs, so that any bouncer questions, they do not confuse you. In topics where you feel you are really confident, there you go for the mock tests which are there by the coaching institute, right? So I think that's how the thing should be, because there is more predictability in the PYQ that helps the confidence.
Sir, you've talked about revisions and you have talked about strengthening your strength. So what should be the real strategy? The students are generally in a panic mode while coming to their weak areas that they are not able to, they don't know. You rightly pointed out that art and culture, history are these areas where students are not able to handle the stress. So should they work on more on their strength, or they should focus slightly on their weaknesses so that they get calming effect ki itna to shayad maine kar liya hai?
Yeah, you're totally right. See, total neglect of anything that is an absolute stand, that is not right. What I wanted to say was in terms of weightage. So in terms of weightage, focus more on your strength areas, because see, if you know that you are good in polity, and if any question comes in polity where you could have got the answer right, but because of lack of revision you got the answer wrong, so therefore that is going to pinch, irrespective of what is the result, that is going to pinch the most कि यार here I worked hard and यहीं पे कहते मेरे से गलती कैसे होगी. तो अगर यहाँ पे भी गलती होगी तो फिर जो सब्जेक्ट्स मेरे वीक हैं देयर तो ऑब्वियसली मतलब इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी रियली टफ फॉर मी, right? So that is there. So my strategy would be that follow logic. Logic says that whatever sources that I have read that have not been able to give me confidence in my weak areas, right? So therefore, in the last 30 days, focusing on the very same sources, that is not going to lead to anything, magical thing happening, right? Why don't you go for QRMs prepared by, Vision IS, right? Why don't you watch by chance videos of the QRMs in those areas where you feel that you are lagging behind, and focus on your notes where you feel that you're strong. So I think that provides a very healthy mix. And you can focus on Sandhan. Sandhan is basically a Vision IS test series, which is a personalized test series. So there you go for what you call as subject-wise, topic-wise tests, especially of the strong areas, so that you feel more and more confident. So that would be my take.
Sir, what about current affairs? Generally, students go into panic mode that newspaper I was not able to read, magazines are too heavy to be read right now, and they are not able to recollect what they have already read. So, do they need to read newspapers now? And if they have to prepare current affairs, what would be the best strategy to do that?
Well, if we analyze the past trends of the UPSC, so it has happened that 15 days prior to the exam, topics which have come in the newspaper, they have appeared. At least 1 month, before the exam, those newspapers, they should be done. So therefore, on the safer side, for the next 15 days, one can focus on the newspapers. That is one element. Second element is with respect to recall of the information. So I would say that if you have made the short notes from the newspapers, so therefore focus on them, because if you are going to go for new language, so therefore that is going to create dissonance, because the manner in which we have revised the content so far, suddenly we go for a new language, some new kind of material. So that is going to create what you call as fluctuations in the memory, dissonance in the memory. If you have not made the short notes, then if you have read Vision IS monthly magazines, then focus on those Vision IS monthly magazines. Only where you feel that you have not done even the monthly magazines well, there you go for PT 365. Right, so that whatever hard work that you have already put in, try to revise that hard work, because that will sharpen the memory. So I think that should be the right approach with respect to current affairs. I'll again repeat: number one, priority to your own notes; number two, priority to the material which you have already read; number three, priority for those areas which you feel that you have neglected, for those months where you feel that there has been a neglect, there you focus on, for example, PT 365. And well, every student is different. If purely by revising fresh PT 365, if you're getting a sense of confidence, then go for it. Listen to your heart. So that would be the strategy, I would say.
Sir, generally students go for a lot of mock in the last month of their preparation, especially in the last 30 days. And they focus more on just giving mocks than revising. They get into mock preparation mode than UPSC preparation mode. So what should be the right strategy to limit your mocks or to give maximum number of mocks before your prelims?
Well, I would say that either with Sandhan or without Sandhan, focus more on the PYQ part, right? Because that will give you a sense of confidence that I'm able to solve the previous year questions of the UPSC, and therefore I'm a good aspirant, right? That is one aspect. Second aspect is also try to balance between the revision. I would say 70% weightage should be given to revision, and 30% weightage to giving mocks. And as you move closer to the exam, I do not want my student to have low confidence because of giving any test which gave them less marks. So I would say that for the next 15 days, you can try giving mocks. But for the last 15 days, I would say that take a chill pill relative to mocks, in relation to mocks, and then focus more on revision and read as much as possible. Whatever material that you have prepared so far, that should go in front of your eyes, at least once, twice, as much as possible. Because a key factor kya hai, that in the mains you require recall, in the prelims you require recognition. Has it not happened with you? For example, you're not able to remember my name, right? And then I give you 3 options, and then you're like, bang, this is Himanshu. What is the memory thing that is functioning there? It is recognition, which is different from writing something on a black piece of paper. So in prelims, recognition, it is required, right? So therefore, try to read as much as possible. Don't test yourself, okay, this I'm able to remember or not, this article said what I'm able to remember or not with respect to fundamental rights. Don't do that. Just read with understanding.
And sir, practically also it's not possible, considering the width of the syllabus of prelims also, that you won't be able to recall everything just before the prelims itself.
Obviously, anxiety. In interview, people forget their names.
Yes.
Ears are red, right? And the person asks, so what is your name, from where you are, blah, 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 blah. So anxiety is a big enemy. Don't test yourself like that. And I don't know from where, be it the mains, be it the prelims, information starts coming out of you and you wonder, pata nahi kaise ho raha hai. So therefore, trust in yourself.
And sir, what about number of questions one need to attempt in the real-time paper? considering this year prelims 2023, we see that there was change in pattern, and generally the students who were sitting in the examination hall, they were shocked by the pattern itself. So many students face this problem in the 2023 itself, that where they should stop. So what is your advice to them?
Well, my take is that both the things are there. If I decide that I'm going to attempt only these many number of questions, and what if the UPSC gives a question paper which is very easy? You'll not be able to reach your potential. And if you decide that I have to at least attempt these many number of questions, and what if the question paper is super tough, right? Therefore, your errors will increase, leading to net negative marks, right? So therefore, I don't think that students should enter with some kind of a preconceived notion that these many number of questions I need to attempt, right? I think a student needs to be open, needs to be flexible, right? First of all, and this is a thing which I followed in my third attempt, and trust me, I'm not lying. 45 minutes before completion of the time period, my paper was over, and I was myself surprised. What is this happening? What I did was, since I was already selected, I had got my rank. So in my third attempt, when I gave my prelims, so therefore I purely focused on those questions only which were my strong areas. And strong areas does not mean whether the question is tough or not. Strong area means that whether the question has come easy or tough from my strong subject or not. So therefore, if I feel that these are the good subjects, then I will pick up that question, read that question, and then and there itself, I'll solve it and fix it. That is, in fact, I'll mark it with black pen so that I cannot change the answer later. Because overthinking also leads to wrong answers. Many of the times this happens that person has marked the right answer, then get into the overthinking mode, then marks the wrong answer. So therefore, I did not allow that option to me. Then and there, done it, dealt with it, move ahead. Second question comes, let's say, for example, my weak area, by chance, let's say, it is science and technology. The question reads, Chandrayaan. I got, Chandrayaan ji, aap jaiye. मैं पढ़ने भी नहीं वाला. I'm not going to read the options also. I'm going to move to the next question. This is how I realized that approximately like 1 hour was over, and most of my strong areas were covered, questions were covered. My confidence was on a peak. यार this exam is going well. I am answering questions. थोड़े बहुत tough भी हैं तो ठीक है. I am trying and attempting, right? So therefore that kind of approach, and in the balance 1 hour, I looked at those questions which were from my weak areas, right? उसमें many I could not attempt. Wherever I was like 50-50, there I decided that okay, maybe I can be slightly aggressive because बड़े सारे questions मेरे already ठीक हो चुके हैं. And then fine, 3 iterations were also over. Then also 20 minutes were left. Right. So I feel that this is a strategy which should be followed, and this will prevent you from getting into some mode that only this much number of questions or minimum this much number of questions, right? So therefore just let it be, right? उस पल में जियो, questions लग रहा है ठीक है, कर दो, आगे बढ़ो, कर दो. बाद में post facto analysis will tell you that whether the question paper was easy or hard, or how much should I have attempted.
Yes, exactly, sir. So first hurdle is GS paper, but the second hurdle has become the very important hurdle in UPSC. Students are not able to qualify CSAT these days. And last year trend we can see that the students were scoring well in GS paper, but still they were not qualifying the prelims cutoff because of the GS CSAT qualification. So how will you advise students related to CSAT preparation in the last 30 days?
Yeah, I totally remember. They were protesting in Mukherjee Nagar with CSAT, hi, CSAT, hi. I think someone burnt a CSAT paper or not, I'm not sure, right? But yeah, the CSAT paper was quite chaotic, right? And we hope that much level of toughness will not be there, right? And relatively more moderate kind of a question paper will be there. But the point is, one has to be ready for every eventuality. So therefore, again, there I would say that focus on your strength areas. For example, if you are from, let's say, English literature background, right? Or you're from humanities background, chances are that your English may be good. Right? So therefore, they try to maximize your attempts in your reading comprehensions. Go for confidence. First, only attempt the reading comprehensions. Get confidence, and only then deal with the next best area. Right? Maybe the next best area is you feel that you're bad in maths, but you're good in logical reasoning. Go for logical reasoning. Right? And then go for the quant or the mathematics. Similarly, a student who has an engineering background, right? Maybe she feels that I'm not that good at RC, right? Or I have not been very, good at reading newspapers, so my reading comprehension is not that good, right? So fine, go for the quant part or go for the LR part. Identify your strength areas. So order is best, very good, good, average, bad. That should also be the order of your attempting the questions in CSAT. right? So, and well, you can only pray to the God with respect to level of difficulty.
Sir, since in these last 30 days we see that students neglect their physical health. Also, they are under mental stress because of the coming examination. So, how can student deal with the physical stress and mental stress?
Yeah, so the most important aspect is sleep, because sleep has an impact on the memory, right? And therefore, taking a sound sleep is of paramount importance. Second thing that I would like to highlight is that in the last 30 days, our body cycle should be very, very similar, right, to the day on which the exam is. For example, if the exam takes place from 9:30 to 11:30 and then 2:30 to 4:30, then during these hours of the day, we should be either giving mocks, which is not compulsory. If you are giving mocks, then give them in these time periods. Otherwise, revise very intensively without taking any break in these hours in the month before the D day. Why? Because the things, they should not be very alien to you physically or psychologically on the day of the exam. Similarly, for example, wake up on the time at which you'll be waking up on the D day. So therefore, if you feel that as per calculation of the commutation time and other aspects, I'll be waking up at, let's say, 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. on the day of the exam, then that is my wake up time for the month before the exam also, right? So that physically and mentally we are in tune with the exam rhythms, cycles and all. So I think that that is of paramount importance. Also, we need to surround ourselves with positive people, be in touch with those who boost your confidence, who do not bring your confidence down. Stop being in touch with those relatives and those friends, right, who either by mocking you or by discouraging you, right, or by saying things like that I am very well prepared for this exam, right? So therefore, these kind of, because we all compare, and then we feel that okay, their preparation is relatively better and ours is not. So be it friends who are giving exam, be it relatives, surround yourself with such people who boost your confidence, who tell you that you can do it, right? So I think that would be the right approach for physical and psychological health.
Sir, I think gone are the days when students can claim कि pre तो हो ही जाएगा, considering 2023 as a reference here. Sir, students generally neglect their diet when they are under stress. So how should they plan next coming days with respect to their eating habits?
Well, I would say stay light. At least in the last 30 days, if you have a breakfast, then have a good breakfast, but as much as before 9 a.m., right? So that, by chance, if you have to be totally fresh while you're there in the exam, so therefore, that should be the status, during the last 30 days also, right? Eating heavy, oily food also induces sleep also. So therefore, you do not want to be that person who is feeling sleepy between 9 to 3. So I think having more fruits, right? Having things which do not induce sleep, eating one chapati less, right? If you feel that you want to have 4, so have 3. That keeps you active. थोड़ा नींद नहीं आती है उससे. So I think that is the right idea, and start having badams, right? Even if in last 30 days, almonds that do not do anything real, psychologically you will feel that they are doing something real. Right? So anything which boosts your
And sir,
confidence.
staying hydrated also is very important because summers are approaching. Heat is going to be the important factor, especially in CSAT paper.
Also, I think it would be a good idea to keep some water bottle and very small things handy, while you are at the examination center.
Sir, thanks for valuable insights. Last thing the students want to know is that how should they approach 16th June, one day before 16th June in the day itself. So what will be your advice to the students on the D day? What should they do?
Well, it happened twice with me, right? Because of the anxiety, right? For example, in the first 2 attempts, I could not sleep just the day before the exam. I'm tossing and turning, I could not sleep. The solution which I found to that was that one day before that, if I have relatively less sleep, let's say if I usually sleep for 7 hours or 8 hours, one day before to before, मतलब परसों वाला जो दिन होगा, there I would sleep relatively even less. I would sleep, let's say, only for 5 hours, ensuring that the night before the exam, there is physically a requirement to sleep, right? and so therefore that is what is there. On the day of the exam, don't create anything special. Don't make it as if you are going to do something great, right? Be as normal as possible, right? I know that these things are important, but I don't know, anything which makes you feel that this is an extraordinary day, don't do that, right? The point is, if you are a religious person, if every day, right, you pray to your God, then do that on the day of the exam. But if you are going to do that specially only on that day, actually that is going to make you feel that you are going on a mission which is something larger than life, which actually kind of like increases your anxiety. Because when you say that this question paper is not a Vision IS question paper, this is UPSC paper, so therefore that actually hurts your examination temperament. I would say ensure that the day of the exam is just another regular day in your life. I think that will really help the examination temperament. God bless you, students, and always remember, a person is most dangerous when she has nothing to lose. He has nothing to lose, right? So therefore, forget about the name in the list. Focus on getting that question correct. Treat UPSC exam as Vision IS exam, and treat each Vision IS exam as a UPSC exam. God bless you. Take care.
And I think the best strategy is to stay calm.
Yeah, that's tough also.
Thank you, sir, for such valuable insights. And thank you, viewers, for watching this session. Stay hydrated, stay calm, stay focused, and success is within your reach. Thank you.